Hey everyone, we have another FOC video for you. This one is for March 2nd. And for those of you who might not be aware of what FOC is, it stands for Final Order Cutoff. And this is a video series where I'm going to be talking about some issues that are coming out you might want to check out. Maybe they're just books that I think are flying under the radar that deserve more attention, or really just ones that I'm interested in. Just want to share that with you, and maybe you'll end up checking them out. One thing that is worth mentioning, the FOC date for this one is March 2nd, but most comic shops are going to want you to put in the orders before that. So definitely make sure you take the time to reach out to your shop and figure out what it is that their rules are. For my shop, it's really middle of the day before the final order cutoff date. And so we always make sure we have them in by that time. All right, we have a lot to get through, so let's get started. First up, something I'm really interested in. It's a new series from Iron Age Comics. It's called Abbatoir 6. This is issue number 1. The story here is that it takes place 80 years after some type of plague has wiped out humanity, and the vampires are now, because of it, experiencing the greatest famine they've ever had. And so they are finding all the humans they can that are left. They are holding them in captivity, harvesting them, feeding on them, until the humans find a way to possibly escape. And so very interested to see what this one has in store for us. And Iron Age Comics is a publisher that's a little bit less well known, but this one sounds very cool. Next up, we have Dead by Daylight, The Hillbilly. This is issue number 1 of 4 issues. This comes to us from Titan Publishing. Not a ton to say about this one other than the fact that it is based on the game called Dead by Daylight. It follows the origin story of one of the killers, who is called the Hillbilly. And a cool thing is that it does come with an in-game item. I'm not sure if every single issue of this 4-issue series will have an item, but this one does at least. So if that's your thing, check it out. All right, next up we have a story from Distillery. It's called Endeavour. This is the final issue, number 3. Comes to us from Stephanie Phillips, who you may have heard of. She has a brand new Daredevil series that is about to start, I think, in about a month, that looks very cool. She's also done a bunch of other stories, one of which I love, which is called Grimm. It's going to be a Netflix show, so if you're a fan of hers, definitely check this one out. It follows a series of families who have taken a cruise. This particular cruise is on a ship that is a replica of one that crashed at sea. It didn't end well. And so as you can expect for this story, it doesn't end well for them either. The children end up being shipwrecked, and you're really finding out who the actual enemy is here. So definitely check this one out. If you're not familiar, Distillery books are in magazine format, but the print quality is really great, and it's a nice departure from your everyday reads. Okay, next up we have a new one from Ignition Press. This is called Everyone Loves a Jewel Thief. This is issue number 1. This one sounds really cool because it involves D&D, so obviously I'm interested. There is a struggling writer, and he's faced with deadlines, and so for whatever reason, he decides to think that I'm going to rob some type of well-known local celebrity, and maybe in doing that, he's going to become some type of an anti-hero and gain some sort of fame, which will hopefully help him with his book. Of course, he can't do this alone, so he enlists the help of his D&D group, and anytime you get a D&D group involved, there's a bunch of crazy things that are probably going to happen. So I'm really interested in checking this one out. And Ignition Press has really been killing it recently, so super excited for this one. Next up, we have Honor and Curse Eternal from Mad Cave Studios. This is issue number 1 of a new series. It takes place 600 years after a ninja warrior has vanished. He was cursed with immortality, and he has some type of war-hungry spirit that is following him. And this story kicks off in modern-day New York, so it just sounds super interesting. If you're into this type of thing, check it out. All right, next up, we have a fan favorite here on Indy Comics, which is called Hyde Street. This is issue number 11, published by Image Comics, but it comes to us from the Ghost Machine team. Anytime I can mention anything by Ghost Machine, I'm definitely going to do it. This one specifically because it starts a new story arc. And if you're not familiar with what this one is, Hyde Street is a place where you might find yourself ending up if you have done something bad in life and you've taken a wrong turn. You end up on Hyde Street, and there is a whole host of crazy horror style villains that are going to take care of you. And this is a super cool read. If you need a horror story to get into, this would be the one. All right, next up, we have a long-standing series from 2018. It's called Ice Cream Man. This one could be very well known to you, or maybe not. But the reason I wanted to put it on here is because I know a lot of people really like Assorted Crisis Events, which is another series from Image Comics that came out last year. This is similar to that, in which every single story in the series is kind of its own one-shot. It has its own host of characters, a different plot and story. And one thing to know about this is that it's often known as wonderfully horrible because you're never going to come away from one of these with a happy feeling. So definitely know that getting into this. All right, next up, another one from Mad Cave Studios. It's called Is Ted Okay? This is issue number 2, and there's going to be 6 in total. The first issue came out last week. I absolutely loved it. When it comes to this one, if you have ever seen the show Severance on Apple TV, you should really pick this one up. Follows a young man who is employed at a mega corporation that is run by the world's first trillionaire. And we are really looking at whether or not this company is doing something bad, good, or something in between to this person. Again, if you've seen Severance, I would really, really pick this one up. Next, we have Malevolent from Image Comics. This is issue number 3. This one is okay, but I do think it's picking up steam. It's a story about the fact that demons have been unleashed on the earth, and humanity has created a new form of life that is meant to combat that. So will that happen? Will humans be able to contain this new life form, or have they unleashed something new on themselves and are going to pay for it? All right, then we have another book from Ignition Press. This is called Murder Podcast. It's issue number 6. This series is awesome. Follows a group of friends who love true crime podcasts. They find themselves in the middle of a actual crime, and are they going to be able to get their way out of it before they are all going to meet their doom? All right, then we have another Ghost Machine story. This is Redcoat. It's issue 17. I probably don't need to say much about this one because it's so well known, but I will say that if you really like historical events, especially that take a magical twist and have fun with American history, this one is really interesting and you should pick it up. There's also a movie coming out, so that's going to be exciting as well. Then we have another title from DC Vertigo, which is DC's attempt at like an indie style book. This one is The Peril of the Brutal Dark, an Ezra Cain mystery. This is issue number 2. Issue 1 came out last week. It's a very cool kind of 1940s crime noir detective story. If that's your thing, definitely check this one out. All of these DC Vertigo titles from this latest run have been really, really cool. So I'm excited to see what this one has in store. Then we have another Universal Monsters story coming to us from Image Comics. This time it's The Phantom of the Opera. They have come out with Invisible Man, Dracula, which I've read both of, and they're absolutely fantastic. These are ones that I incorrectly assumed were just going to be whatever, origin stories, but extremely surprised by these. They're worth picking up, and I wouldn't skip on them if that interests you. Okay, another Image Comics series. This one is called World Tree. It's issue 19. This one has been out, for a while. Obviously, they're on 19. I just wanted to call it out because I recently found it. It's an extremely cool story. If you like the movie Hackers from way back in the day, if you like The Matrix, and you like a horror spin on those things, I would highly recommend this one. It's extremely, extremely good. I can't wait to do a video on this series because I'm just in love with it. And finally, for our last issue, we have White Sky number 2. This is an explosive new series that I think is falling in the lines of fear of missing out. The first issue of this sold out everywhere. They have a second printing coming. If you can pick this one up, I would. It's a really cool story about the end of the world, so to speak. It's post-apocalyptic. Instead of zombies and things like that, you are looking at ghosts. All right, well, that's all we have for this week. I hope you're enjoying this video series. Let me know if you have any ideas or any comments. And let us know if you pick any of these up. Thanks for watching. See you later.